Hello. Hi, everyone. I hope we are well. Let me know if you're here, you can hear me, and all that jazz. And we can get started in just a minute. We'll wait for more people to come as well. So take your time, bread. Again, I haven't updated my room shing. Okay, I think it disconnected for a second there, but it looks like it's connected again. I will turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. And we'll see how we get on. But great. Yeah, I'll maybe talk you through the class before we begin, and then I think we'll get started. So I thought because we're nearing the end of the year, and that I got sent through my December availability for like the other day, and I was like, oh, it's December next month. That I thought we could do some intention setting for the end of the year, for the last 2 months. And yeah, we'll do some breath work, some written tasks, we'll meditate and we'll reflect at the end. And yeah, we're just going to look towards the end of the year and how we can use that time in whatever way we need, whatever way we want. Sounds all right with you. So if you have your notebooks, but maybe have them to the side, and we'll use them in just a second. But again, I think, yeah, we'll get started now. If anyone else joins, I can fill them in. I'm going to do a little bit of mobility, so just a bit of movement. So we're going to drop the chin, and we're just going to do some semicircles from shoulder to shoulder. So letting the chin go from shoulder to shoulder. Just keeping that going. Nice, and then letting the chin fall all the way down. You can interlace the fingers behind the head and just add a little bit of weight, not too much. Let that go roll up in place. Both hands on the chest, really pulling the chest down, and we're going to look up. And coming back to the front, you can drop the ear to one shoulder, hand over the head, and you can pull away that other arm on the diagonal. And then help your head up. We'll go to the other side. Again, pulling that other arm away. And helping your head up. And you can just have your hands on your lap, and we'll just do little shoulder rolls backwards. And forwards. And we're going to reach all the way up to the top of the ceiling. And maybe stretch side to side while you're here. And then you can take a nice big side stretch. And to the other side. And the other side. And one last one. And do whatever else you need. If you need to do a bit more shoulders, you need to stretch forward or stretch back, whatever else you need for another 30 seconds. You need to twist the back a little bit, maybe stretch the legs or massage the legs, whatever you need for 30 more seconds. Great. And then whenever you're finished with that, you can relax the body, close the eyes, and settle down. Lovely. So we've just taken some time to move the body, get a little bit moving before we sit and meditate. It's a really lovely thing to do first thing, to mobilize and stretch and just kind of wake up the physical body, which definitely wakes up your mind as well. And so I want you to take a moment here just to notice how you're feeling before we begin, maybe how your morning's been so far. Nice. And then taking a moment to notice how you're physically feeling. We warmed up the body a little bit, we stretched a little bit. Maybe you notice some things pop up, like a tight neck, or your shoulders felt a bit curved, or your sides really needed stretched, or maybe you slept a bit funny. Just noticing how your body's feeling. Lovely. And then taking a moment to move that more internally and notice how you feel, how your breath is. Maybe you haven't noticed your breath this morning yet. Maybe you've really noticed your breath or feel that you're breathing quite heavily. And just noticing where it is first, and then we'll gradually over time on each inhale and exhale breathe a bit deeper and deeper. Lovely. So really filling up the whole torso on the inhales and really letting it go on the exhale. Lovely. Now we're going to take a really, really deep breath in through the nose and forcefully exhaling out the mouth. So breathing in and out and in and out. Two more, in and out and in and out. Lovely. So blinking the eyes open when you're ready. Maybe giving the shoulders another wiggle or having another big stretch. Sorry. We're going to grab a drink of tea, coffee, water, whatever you need, and then we'll grab our notebooks. Lovely. I feel like whenever I do this stretch, I'm triggered to yawn because I do it in a show and I have to yawn very over the top. So it just always makes my body want to yawn. Excuses, I know. Great. So like I said at the beginning of the class about intention setting, and intention setting specifically looking towards the last 2 months to the end of the year, rather than going, just wait and then I'll make some intentions for next year, or I'll do it next year, is the kind of classic line that I've heard myself doing the past week, or in my mind I've been like, oh yeah, I'll do that, but I'll wait till January, or yeah, I'll do my tax return later or whatever it might be. And when actually there's still quite a lot of time before the end of the year and we can use it to our advantage. And I thought I'd offer that up just now. So for the first written question, how do you feel looking towards the end/rest of this year? How does that make you feel? Great, so finishing off that question when you're ready. Amazing. So I would like you to write the numbers 1, 2, please, and leave some space beside them. So numbers 1. Great. And beside those numbers, could you write down 6 intentions for the rest of the year? So to write 6 intentions for the rest of the year. Just taking another 30 seconds with that. Great, and then we'll move on to the third written task. So if you've just joined us, we're just doing some written tasks based on intention setting for the rest of the year. And yeah, we're going to move on to the third one. So for the third question, what might you change moving forward? Is there anything you think you might change moving through the rest of this month and December? Is there anything you might change moving forward? And finishing off that when you're ready. Lovely, and we have one more before we move on. So for the final written task of the day, we're going to write numbers 1 to 3 and leave some space beside them. And so earlier, we wrote how we feel looking towards the end/rest of the year. And then we wrote down 6 intentions for the rest of the year. We wrote about what we might change moving forward. And now I'd like to write down 3 things that you're excited about for November and December. 3 things you're excited about or excited for. Great, so finishing that one off. Amazing, you can put your pen and paper to the side, have a drink, do what you need to do before we get settled for the last 10 minutes of meditation. Amazing. So we're going to do a little bit of pranayama, which is just a breathing technique. We're going to do alternative nostril breathing. So if you take your dominant hand, whichever hand this is, that's my right hand for me. I'm going to tuck the index finger and the middle finger. I'm going to wrap the pinky finger under the ring finger. So a bit like this. Kind of like a telephone. Yeah, just a little grip for the breathing. So if you have a nose piercing, I would go underneath. If you don't, you can press on the nostril. And you've probably done this before, but if you haven't, that's okay. And you're going to press onto the nostril with your thumb. And we'll breathe in. Use the pinky to hold the breath on the other nostril. Hold it. Release the thumb to exhale. Inhale. Hold. Pinky release. Exhale. And that's one round. So we'll do that maybe 3 times. So all together, using this grip, we're going to hold onto one nostril and we're going to breathe in. Hold. Release, exhale. Inhale. Hold. Release, exhale. Inhale. Hold. Breathe. And let it go. Maybe shake the fingers. Wipe away any snot you might have. And we're going to close our eyes and settle down into a little guided meditation. Lovely. So taking that moment just to return the breath, to notice how you're feeling now. And I'm just going to guide you through a few things to think about in this meditation. So the theme of today is intention setting. And so with that, I'd like to think of your 6 intentions that you set for the class. So if you've just joined us in this meditation with your eyes shut, think of some intentions that you want to set for the rest of the year. And if you've already written them down, think of the 6 intentions that you set for the rest of this year. And with those intentions, I invite you to visualize what it would feel like what it would be like to achieve those intentions. So to visualize what it would be like to achieve those intentions. And how would it feel? How would it feel to achieve those intentions? Is there a specific location that you would need to be for those intentions? If, say, it was to exercise, would that be in a gym or a dance class or at Studio K? Or staying healthy, would it be in the kitchen? Where would you be if you achieved those intentions? Lovely. And what steps would you take to get there? What steps would you take to get there? That might have been what you wrote when we said, what might you change moving forward? or it could be different. So what steps would you take to get there? Through those intentions, visualizing what they're like to achieve, how they would feel, where you might be, and what steps you would take to get there. And while you're thinking about that, I'm just going to read you a short quote or a poem, or however you look at it. When you start to feel like things should have been better, remember the mountains and the valleys that got you here. They are no accidents. And those moments weren't in vain. You are not the same. You have grown and you are growing. You are breathing and you are living. You are wrapped in endless, boundless grace, and things will get better. There is more to you than yesterday. I'll read that one more time. When you start to feel like things should have been better, remember the mountains and the valleys that got you here. They are not accidents. And those moments weren't in vain. You are not the same. You have grown and you are growing. You are breathing, you are living, you are wrapped in endless, boundless grace, and things will get better. There is more to you than yesterday. And that is by Morgan Harper Nichols. Lovely. And wherever you are, we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out the mouth, breathing in and out and in and out and in and out. Lovely. Blinking the eyes open. Going back to your space, maybe having another stretch, maybe rolling the neck, whatever you need. Oh, again, that stretch always wakes me on. And we'll grab our notebooks and you can just write any words, thoughts, feelings of reflection just to finish. Lovely. And while you're doing that, I want to say thank you so much for coming. And please thank yourself for doing this on a Monday morning. And I hope you are all well. I will be back for Stretch and Relax this week. I've had 2 weeks of kind of manicness and wisdom teeth issues and infections and illness and things, but we're back. We're all good. And I will see some of you there if you join me. And if not, have a great week. And like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and drop a comment if you have anything you want to say, thoughts, feelings, questions, feedback, anything. And yeah, thanks everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks, Caroline. I hope you have a good week too. Thanks, Shona. Okay, great. I think I might end it there. But if you do have anything else you want to add on, feel free to message me. Yeah, great. We'll see you next week. Bye, Caroline. Great, yeah. Drop me a message, drop Studio K a message, and thanks again. Bye, everyone.